So tonight we're going to talk about award letters, and part of it is understanding the cost of attendance, because that's going to be on your award letter. The university or college that you choose to go to will have a piece on there about the cost of attendance, which includes tuition and fees, which are usually pretty set. You have, the fees that are due each term, and then your tuition, which will vary depending on how many credits you take. Room and board. Again, if you live on campus, room and board will consist of your room and then your dining plan. Because if most of the places that you live on campus, you're required to have a dining plan as well. So that's included. Books and supplies, which again will also kind of vary depending on the term. So depending on what classes you're taking, your books and supplies will also fluctuate a little bit. Transportation costs, of course, depending on where you're at, how close you are to home. All of those factors can be put into transportation costs, or if you happen to be commuting to school and you don't live on campus, that's a piece that you wanted to make sure is included in the cost of attendance, as well as your personal and miscellaneous costs, which when you're at college, you're going to have a lot of different things that you're paying for, haircuts and shampoo and all that kind of stuff. So that all has to be added up into your cost of attendance.
Just want to add one thing to keep in mind when you're looking at cost of attendance is that the numbers that you're seeing on the financial award or financial offer from the university or college that you're looking at is based on estimates, and they may be lower or higher for you depending on where you're coming from. So when you look at transportation and it looks like $2,000 for transportation and you think, well, I only live like 30 minutes away from the university or the college, well, then for you it might be different, but just keep in mind those are averages and it might look a little bit different for you depending on your needs. Going into scholarships and grants. So this is the portion of the financial aid offer that you'll want to look at and think, this is cha-ching, money in my pockets, because it's what's going to reduce the cost of going to college for you. So when you see those scholarships, think of it as free money that you won't have to pay back and that you get to use for your education. One of the things that you have to keep in mind is that when you get that offer, those scholarships are not set in stone until you accept them. So you do actually have to take the time to go in, look at your student portal and check those scholarships that they've offered you and make sure that you accept them. And you have to respond by a certain deadline. So keep an eye on that, email inbox that you have for your college or university, and then make sure that you're logging into your portal and checking your offer and making sure that there isn't any missing paperwork or anything, and that you see what the deadline is to accept and accept those. A lot of students tell me that they get worried about accepting them because they think that's gonna lock them into that school, and maybe they're considering a different school and haven't decided yet. Don't be too concerned about that. You can accept the scholarships at various schools and then change your mind later on. Obviously, they probably don't want you doing that because when you don't accept the scholarship, they usually have like a waiting list of students who could use it after you if you don't end up going there. But if you still need some of that extra time to make up your mind, there's nothing wrong with accepting the scholarship. And then if you change your mind later on, you can just let the university know, and that those funds will be reserved for another student. Be aware of, I already said that, the deadlines.